Picture this. You're 18 years old, fresh-faced, and the world is watching your every move. You create a fragrance, pour your teenage heart into it, and then promise yourself something extraordinary. You won't touch another bottle until you've grown into the woman you're meant to become. Fast forward years later, and that promise becomes the foundation of something beautiful. This is the story of how Selena Gomez transformed from a Disney darling into a fragrance mogul who changed the game forever. If you love stories about personal growth and business brilliance, make sure to hit that subscribe button because we're diving deep into celebrity entrepreneurship today. Selena Gomez sat in her Los Angeles home, sunlight streaming through the windows as she prepared to reveal a secret she'd been keeping for years. The camera captured her genuine smile, the kind that reaches your eyes and tells you something special is about to unfold. She was about to announce something that would surprise even her most devoted fans. After years of staying away from the fragrance industry, she was ready to return, but this time, everything would be different. The journey began when Selena was just 18 years old, young and eager to explore every opportunity that came her way. Like many celebrities of her generation, she ventured into the fragrance world, creating scents that reflected her teenage spirit. But even then, something inside her whispered that this wasn't the right time, that she had more growing to do, more experiences to gather, and more wisdom to gain. So she made herself a promise that would define her future relationship with fragrance creation. Years passed, and Selena evolved in ways that surprised everyone, including herself. She navigated the choppy waters of fame, dealt with personal struggles that tested her strength, and emerged as someone completely transformed. The young woman who once relied on others to guide her decisions had become a confident entrepreneur who knew exactly what she wanted and how to achieve it. This transformation would become the cornerstone of everything she was about to create. The entertainment industry watched as Selena built her empire piece by piece. Rare Beauty launched and immediately disrupted the beauty space with its inclusive approach and genuine mission. She wasn't just selling products. She was creating a movement that celebrated authenticity and mental health awareness. The success of Rare Beauty proved that Selena had developed an incredible understanding of what consumers actually wanted, not just what marketers thought they should want. But fragrance remained off the table, a door she kept firmly closed despite countless opportunities and lucrative offers. Industry insiders wondered why someone with her influence and proven business acumen would avoid such a profitable market. The answer was simple. She was waiting for the right moment, the right inspiration, and the right stage of her life to create something truly meaningful. That moment arrived in the most unexpected way. Selena found herself in a laboratory, surrounded by tiny test tubes filled with different scent combinations. She wasn't there for a business meeting or a product launch. She was there for herself, exploring and experimenting with the pure joy of creation. As she mixed different notes and discovered unexpected combinations, something magical happened. She began to fall in love with the process all over again, but this time from a completely different perspective. The woman creating these scents wasn't the 18-year-old who had rushed into fragrance years earlier. This was Selena Gomez, the entrepreneur, the mental health advocate, the person who had learned to trust her instincts and make decisions based on her own values rather than external pressures. Every test tube represented a possibility, every scent combination told a story, and every moment spent in that laboratory became a treasured memory. During those precious hours of creation, life continued to unfold around her in the most beautiful ways. She got engaged, celebrated another birthday, and experienced the kind of personal milestones that make you pause and appreciate how far you've traveled. These weren't just life events happening in the background. They were becoming part of the fragrance's DNA, woven into its very essence through the emotions and memories being created alongside it. The scent that emerged from this process was unlike anything Selena had ever been associated with before. Gone were the light, youthful fragrances that had defined her earlier venture. In their place was something rich, complex, and undeniably mature. The fragrance featured caramel and vanilla as its heart, creating a gourmand experience that felt both comforting and sophisticated. These weren't random choices. They reflected Selena's current life phase, where she craved warmth, comfort, and the kind of sensory experiences that make you feel grounded and content. Sandalwood joined the composition, adding depth and complexity that elevated the entire fragrance beyond simple sweetness. The combination created what Selena described as warm with just a touch of spice, a perfect metaphor for who she had become as a person. She was still warm and approachable, but there was an edge now, a complexity that came from experience and hard-won wisdom. The naming process proved just as meaningful as the creation itself. Selena looked to her own artistic catalog for inspiration and found it in her 2020 song Rare. The track had been deeply personal, exploring themes of self-worth and recognizing one's own value in a world that constantly tries to diminish it. Connecting the fragrance to this song wasn't just clever marketing. It was a way of ensuring that every bottle carried the same message of empowerment and self-love. But Selena's vision for this fragrance extended far beyond scent and sentiment. She recognized an opportunity to address something that most fragrance companies completely overlooked: accessibility. Her personal experience with lupus had given her insight into the daily challenges faced by people with dexterity issues, including something as simple as opening a bottle of water. This wasn't theoretical knowledge. It was lived experience that informed every decision she made. Rather than treating accessibility as an afterthought or a box to check, Selena made it central to the product's design philosophy. She partnered with the Casa Colina Research Institute, an organization specializing in helping patients with dexterity challenges. This collaboration brought scientific expertise and real-world understanding to the project, ensuring that the solution would actually work for the people who needed it most. The design process involved working directly with hand therapists who understood the specific challenges faced by people with various dexterity limitations. These professionals brought insights that no traditional packaging designer could provide, helping create a bottle that wasn't just beautiful but genuinely functional for a wider range of users. The result was revolutionary in an industry that had long prioritized aesthetics over accessibility. This attention to accessibility reflected Selena's broader approach to business and life. She had learned that true success comes from considering the needs of everyone, not just the majority. The Made Accessible initiative at Rare Beauty had already established her commitment to inclusive design, and this fragrance became another example of how businesses could serve underrepresented communities without compromising on quality or style. The fragrance industry took notice of what Selena was doing, not just because of her celebrity status, but because of her innovative approach to product development. She was proving that accessibility and luxury could coexist, that inclusive design could enhance rather than limit creative possibilities. Other brands began examining their own packaging and wondering why they had never considered these issues before. As the launch date of August 8th approached, anticipation built among fans and industry watchers alike. This wasn't just another celebrity fragrance hitting the market. It was a statement about growth, authenticity, and the power of waiting for the right moment. Selena had turned her absence from the fragrance world into an advantage, using the intervening years to develop not just as a person but as a businesswoman who understood the importance of purpose-driven products. The marketing campaign reflected this thoughtful approach, focusing not on manufactured glamour but on genuine storytelling. Selena shared the real experiences that had shaped the fragrance, from the laboratory experiments to the personal milestones that had occurred during its creation. She spoke openly about her health challenges and how they had influenced the product's design, creating a connection with consumers that went far beyond traditional advertising. Pre-orders began flooding in from customers who were drawn to more than just the scent itself. They were buying into Selena's journey, her commitment to accessibility, and her refusal to create products that didn't serve a meaningful purpose. The fragrance represented everything she had learned about business, creativity, and social responsibility since her teenage years in the entertainment industry. Beauty industry analysts recognized that Selena was setting a new standard for celebrity fragrances, one that prioritized substance over flash and genuine innovation over quick profits. Her approach demonstrated that consumers were hungry for products with real meaning, created by people who had taken the time to develop genuine expertise in their field. The launch itself exceeded every expectation, not just in terms of sales, but in the conversations it started about accessibility in beauty products. Customers shared stories about their own dexterity challenges and how rare it was to find luxury products designed with their needs in mind. The fragrance became a catalyst for broader discussions about inclusive design across the entire beauty industry. Selena watched the response with deep satisfaction, knowing that she had made the right choice to wait until this moment. The 18-year-old who had created her first fragrance could never have developed something this meaningful or impactful. She had needed to grow, to experience life's challenges and triumphs, to build successful businesses and learn from her mistakes before she could create something truly special. The success of Rare Eau de Perfume proved that authenticity resonates with consumers in ways that manufactured celebrity products never can. Selena had created something that reflected who she actually was, not who her publicists thought she should be. The fragrance captured her journey from young entertainer to mature entrepreneur, from someone who followed others' directions to someone who confidently charted her own course. Industry competitors scrambled to understand what made Selena's approach so successful, but they missed the most important element: genuine personal investment. She hadn't created this fragrance to capitalize on her fame or generate quick revenue. She had created it because she had something meaningful to say and the life experience to back it up. The difference was obvious to everyone who encountered the product. The fragrance continued to generate buzz months after its launch, with customers describing not just how it smelled, but how it made them feel. They talked about the confidence that came from using a product created by someone who understood their challenges, the satisfaction of supporting a business that prioritized inclusion, and the simple pleasure of experiencing a scent that told a real story. Selena's patient approach to fragrance creation became a case study for other celebrities considering product launches. She had proven that waiting for the right moment, developing genuine expertise, and creating products with real purpose could generate far more success than rushing to market with undifferentiated offerings. Her fragrance wasn't just successful, it was transformative for everyone involved. Looking back at her journey from that 18-year-old's first fragrance attempt to this triumphant return, Selena could see how every experience had contributed to this moment. The challenges with lupus that had initially seemed like obstacles had become sources of innovation. The years spent building Rare Beauty had provided the business acumen necessary to create something truly special. Even the difficult personal experiences had added depth and authenticity to her creative vision. The story of Rare Eau de Perfume became more than just a product launch. It became proof that the best things really do come to those who wait. Selena had transformed her initial promise to herself into a masterpiece that reflected everything she had learned about business, creativity, and social responsibility. She had created something that would have been impossible at 18 but was perfect for the woman she had become. If this story of patience, growth, and purposeful creation has inspired you, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more incredible stories of entrepreneurship and personal transformation that will change how you think about success.